Hello guys, welcome back to Tech Projects. I am back with another part of Notes app series using Firebase. So this is the 11th part of Notes app series. So in this part we are going to see how to add the random color to every note, and also we will see how to create a menu to edit the note and to delete the note, and also we will do how to delete the note, and also we will create update and note detail activity. So we are going to do some little work in this part, and maybe this part is the second last part of our Notes app series, and I will try to complete the Notes app in the 12th part. So don't further delay, now let's start this part and see how to do this everything. So for this I open my Untitled Studio, and you can see now I am here. So first of all I have to add random color to every note, and also I have to set on click listener to our note, and also I have to create a menu for this. So for adding random color, let's write the first code. So first I close this from here, I also close this, I don't need this, I also close this, just leave it open. Notes activity, also close this. Now open your colors.xml file. So where is our colors.xml? Simply come inside your values, then click on colors.xml. So first of all we have to add some color which we want to use inside our notes application. So first of all try to understand what is the logic to get set the random color on every note. So we will add some color here inside our colors.xml, then we create an array to store that colors. Then we simply use a random function to generate a random number, and then we simply pick that random number and to set that color. So hopefully you understand what is the logic. So for this you can add as many color, it is your choice. So I am going to use only 8 colors here, 8 or 9 colors. So simply for adding any color, simply type here color, then color name. So you can give any name according to your own choice. So first I simply type here gray because I am going to use gray color. Now simply close this, and after closing this simply you have to pass your color code. So CD, C9, C3. So you can use my colors, it is your choice, or you can use own color, and you can add as many color, it is your choice. If you want to add 100 color, you can add 100 color. So I simply first copy this and paste it here, then I will simply change their names. So after pasting I simply replace the first name. So this is for green, so I type here green, and I simply change the color code. So the color code for this color is C6 EB C9. Then third one is for light green, so I simply type the name here light green, and the color code is CFFA5. So you can see these colors looks amazing, and I pick the all pastel color, and it will take lot of time. So you can use this color, this is very good colors. There is a sky blue, and the color code for this color is A76C5EB. Then the next color is pink, so I type here pink. Then color code, so color code is F3E6E3. Then other colors. So now I simply give the color, not I am going to give the color name, I simply type here color 1. You can type this, it is your choice. So I simply type here, now this color is this color code, then I simply use an color 2 name. So you can give any name, it is your choice. So but be remember, give the different name always. So you can pass any color code. So I pass this color code B6 B0 B1. Now color 3, and now I use the code CC F6 C8. So these colors are very amazing. Now simply I again paste 2 more lines. So copy this from here, Control C, and paste it here. So this is color 4, and the color code is FFE0AC. Then the last color is color 5, and the color code is E56FE5. So I use these colors, but you can use any color, it is your choice. So I simply add 3, 6, 9, 10 colors here, but you can add 20 color, you can add 40 colors, it is your choice. After adding the colors, now open your notes activity.java. So we have to set random color on every note. So now we see how to write the code for this. So for this we have to write the code inside our onBind view holder. So simply come inside your onBind view holder. Where is the code for onBind view? You can see this is the code. Now press enter first. Now here I have to simply call a function which is known as getRandomColor. So I will create that function now. First of all I simply declare a variable of int type. So I simply type here int, then I simply give any variable name, it is color code. Then I simply call a function getRandomColor. So you can give any function name, it is your choice. This function will return the color code, and then we simply set that color code to our note app. So for this I have to now simply if I want to set a random color on every node because this function run every time for every node, so it automatically set the random color on every node. So I simply type here note view holder dot mnote. I already declare a variable and I already explained what is mnote in previous video. Then I have to set background color, so you have to pass background color. Then inside this you have to simply type here note view holder dot item view dot get resources, then dot get color, and inside this you have to pass color code. So this is our color code variable and the second theme is null. So that's done. Now we have to simply create this function which is get random color, and also it show error. So this is not a function error, this is a simple Android Studio error. So it will throw an exception. So for this I have to simply add and require API annotation because it will require above API 3 level. So I simply click on it, add require API. So I click on it and you can see now this error is gone and it will automatically add this notation, and so you can see this notation added here successfully. So this is the notation. Now we have to simply create the random color function to generate the random color codes. So come here, just leave one bracket at last, and now we have to write code here. So for this I have to simply type here private, then simply give, because it's going to return the integer type value, so give it function type integer, then the function name get random color, then 2 braces, then 2 curly braces, and inside this we have to write the code. So for this, first of all we have to take an array. So why we take an array? To store the all colors. So I simply type a list, then type of the list is integer, then any function name or list name. So I simply type here color code equal, then new array list, then semicolon. Now that's done. Now it show an error because it does not import the list class. So click on it and press alt plus enter. Now the array is gone. Now we have to simply store all colors inside this array. So this is the array name color code. So I simply type here color code dot add. First color is gray, so I simply type here gray r dot color dot gray. So you can pass color names in any order, it is your choice. I simply type here gray, pink, so you can pass in any order name. So I simply type here second color is color dot add r dot color dot pink. Then again it is better to copy this code, so I simply control C copy and then simply paste this code here. Then I simply replace the names. So third color is our light green, that's done. Now fourth color is our sky blue, then fifth color is our color name color 1. So you can use any color, it is your choice. You can use any number of colors. I already tell you the method, so I use 10 colors, but you can use any number of color and it is very easy. So color 3, then 2 colors are left, so control V again, then color 4, then color 5. So that's done. So now the work of this is complete. Now every color added successfully here. So 3 4 5 4 9, one color is left, so I open my colors.xml. let's see. First sky blue, light green, green color is left, so I again open it and color code dot add r dot color dot green. So that's done. Now what we have to do, we have to simply call a random color function. So I simply type here random, it is the inbuilt class, then random, then new random. This is the object of random function. Now what we have to do, we have to simply declare a variable of integer type which will store the random number which is generated by this function random dot next int, and inside this I have to simply pass the array size. So color code dot size, so it will pick any color from this array, and then we have to simply return this number, return color code dot get, and inside this I have to simply pass the index which is our number, and then it's done. So now our whole code is complete. Now let's check it out. So before checking, first I also set an on click listener to every note. So I will show you how to set on click listener to every note. So come here, so come inside our on bind view holder. Here we have to set on click listener if we want to set on every note. Then I have to simply click on note view holder dot item view, and that's set on click listener, then new, then space capital O. And if someone click on this, I have to simply open a node detail activity, but I will create that activity later. So I simply type here, we have to simply type here comment, we have to open node detail activity, and for now I simply display a toast. So first I type this, then I simply display a toast to show that whether it is working or not. So for this I simply type here toast.make text gap application context, then any message. So this is clicked, so I simply display any toast message. Now we have to simply display a toast length, toast.length short dot show. So now first check whether it is working or not, and I write the code for random color, and also we set on click listener to every note. So first we have to check whether it is working or not. So I use debugging mode for checking my application, and I use debugging mode. So I connect my phone. So I successfully connect my phone. You can see here. Now I simply press on run button and Gradle start building. So first we check whether it is working or not, then we write the more code, and I will try to complete this notes app as soon as possible. Maybe we will complete in just next part. So our app built successfully, and now it will install the application inside my phone. So application installed successfully, and I successfully come on to the home screen. So the random color appear on our menu icon but not on our title. So why it is happened? Because I set the text color on our recycler view. So first of all I have to remove dead colors, and let's see whether it is working. If I click on everynote, so you can see I get a toast of this is clicked. So first let's come inside our notes layout file and simply remove that color, which is I entered for checking purpose. So you can see this is teal 700. So first click on it and delete this color, then come here and simply delete this background color. Now again click on run, and let's check it whether it is working or not. So now our app again built successfully, and you can see now I successfully get the different color on every note, and if I click on any note, you can see this is clicked. So now let's add one more note to show you this work on every time. So if I give ABC here and AB, I type any random text here, then I can simply click on save. So notes are created successfully, and you can see now it is work fine, and every time I generate a new color code. So if I come back and again open my notes app tutorial app, so this is app, and if I click on it, you can see now it will generate the random color on every time. Now we have to write the more code, how to implement the menu button if someone click on 3 dot vertical icons, and also I will show you how to move from this activity to update note activity, and also I will show you how to delete the particular note, and in the next part we will see how to update our note. So now let's start writing the code. So simply first I close this notes.layout and also close this colors.xml, and here we have to write whole code. So first let's create our pop-up menu. So come inside our on bind view holder. So here first I have to declare an image view type variable. So I already declare an image view inside our notes layout, as you already know. So I have to simply assign the XML ID into Java ID. So simply type here image view, then any variable name. So I simply give here pop-up button, but you can give any variable name, and then equal, then note view holder dot item view dot find view ID r dot id dot menu pop-up button. I give this ID name inside our notes layout XML. So hope you remember this. Now we have to simply set on click listener to this pop-up button, and if someone click on this, we have to simply display a menu. So come here below this note view holder and press enter first. Now we have to simply type here pop-up button dot set on click listener new, then capital O, and press enter. Now it will write the whole code. So there are I want to show two options. If someone click on this button, one is edit, one is update, but you can use as many options, it is your choice. So for this I have to simply type here first pop-up menu. It is inbuilt class, so I simply type here pop-up menu. You can see it is appearing. Now give any variable name. I again give pop-up, then new pop-up menu. Then inside this first of all we have to pass the context, v dot get context. Then second parameter is our v, which is our view. So that's done. Now we have to simply set the gravity of pop-up menu. So I simply type here pop-up menu dot set gravity and gravity dot n. So it will always display the menu on the right side of starting the ending the note. Then I have to simply add an option. So first option is for our edit. So I simply type here pop-up menu dot get menu, then dot add. So you can use as many functions. So first option for our edit, then we have to simply set an on click listener to this option. So when you type dot, you can see this is option sort set on item click listener, then inside bracket simply type new, then capital M, and press enter. So it will automatically write the whole code. So it will show an error because I don't add a semicolon here, so simply add a semicolon, and that's done. Now if someone click on edit button, then what we have to do, we have to simply edit our note. So for now I am not going to write the how to edit note. I simply use an intent here to move from this activity to our edit note activity. So in the next part we will see how to edit the note. So for now I simply open the new activity here. So I simply type intent new intent v dot get context. So this is what is the get context. This is our current activity. So in intent we have to use our current activity, and where we want to go inside our edit note activity. Simply I type here edit note activity dot class, then semicolon, and now we have to simply start this context v dot get context dot start activity, and inside this simply pass your intent. So that's done. Now it's shown error because I don't create the edit note activity till now. So come here and right click on your package name, then new, then activity, and then we have to simply click on empty activity and give your activity name edit note activity. So I simply type here edit note activity, then click on finish. So now the activity will created successfully, and you can see the error is gone. So now our second option is for delete button. So I also want to show delete pop-up with the edit. So you have to write code here. So simply type here pop-up menu dot get menu, and we have to simply add delete. So you can add as many options, it is your choice. I simply add two options. So this is delete, and I have to simply set an on item menu item listener, then new, then capital M, and press enter. So it will write the whole code. So inside this I simply display a toast. So in the next part I will show you how to delete the particular node, but for now I simply display a toast here. This node deleted successfully. So I type this because the update node and delete node work is similar. So I simply give a message, this node is deleted, then any toast length short and dot show. So that's done. Now the work of these activities is completed. Now it's shown error because I don't add a semicolon. So simply add a semicolon here. Now the work of this activity is completed. Now we have to simply create our node detail activity, and we have to simply show the nodes by which if user click on any node, then we have to simply move the user from that node to our node detail activity which show the detail of our node. So for this, right click on your package name, then new, and then simply select here activity, and simply select here empty activity, and here you have to give simply name node details, then click on finish. So this activity is created successfully. So open your activity node detail XML file of this activity and simply click on split. So let's design the layout of our activity node detail. So it is better to copy the layout code from our create node activity because the layout file is similar. So I simply copy this whole code from here. So Control C copy and Control C copy, then open your activity node detail and simply paste the code here. Now it shows lots of error. So now we have to simply replace the constraint layout to relative layout. So I simply type here relative layout. Now every error is gone, but we have to simply change the ID names and the type of text views because I don't need edit text. I need text view instead of edit text because I have to simply show the details. So let's make some changes. So first change we have to make here to change the ID name. So instead of this toolbar of create node, I have to give the ID name toolbar of node detail. So that's done. Now come below, and here I need a text view instead of edit text because I have to simply show the details. I does not want to user input the details or something like this. So I have to simply change it to text view instead of edit text. So that's done. And now I don't need any hint here because I have to simply display the text which is we get from the previous note. So I don't need to display anything here. I simply type here Android text to show just for checking whether it is working or not, and I simply type here title displayed here, but we are going to take the title from randomly from previous node, but we have to simply type this just for checking purpose, and I simply set the text size 25 sp is fine here. So that's done. Now we have to simply come below, and instead of this show an error, so I have to simply pass the ID name of toolbar of node detail. So it is fine. Now you can see it is looking amazing, and in text size 617 sp is fine, and that's done. Now one thing I also forget to change this, I have to simply change the ID name of this. So create title of note. So this is the previous ID name, I have to give the new ID name here. So I simply type here ID name title of node detail. So title of node detail. It is better to give the ID name correspond to networking. So this is the title of node detail, and instead of this I have to simply type here content of node detail, and that's done. Now this is work fine. Now change the ID name of editnote, and instead of editnote you have to simply type here go to editnote. So when user press on this button, or we can say floating action button, then we have to simply send the user from this activity to our editnote activity with the data which is already present in this activity, or we can say in that note. So now the work is complete. Now we have to simply change the source icon. So instead of save icon, I need here edit icon. So I simply delete this and type here edit. Now the work of this activity is complete. Now come inside your notes activity.java. So I come inside it. So simply come inside your on bind view holder, and here we have to type code. So I already set an on click listener to every note. Now if some user press on any note, then we have to simply send the user from this activity to note detail activity which show the detail of a particular note. So here I have to use intent, so I simply copy the code from intent and simply paste the code here, and simply I change the activity name and simply type here notes detail dot class, and simply I comment the toast. I don't need this. Now come inside our activity edit notes, and we have to design the layout for this activity, and only the Java code is left, and we will write that Java code into the next part. So first of all, simply change the constraint layout to relative layout. So I type this, and now it is better to simply copy the code of create node, and it will save lot of time. So I come inside here and simply I copy the code of activity create node from here, and after copy simply paste the code here. So now I successfully paste the code. Now first of all I have to change the ID name of a toolbar. So click on it, and instead of toolbar of create node I need the ID name toolbar of edit node. You can give any ID name, but it is better to give the ID name corresponding to networking. Now I don't need any hint here because I have to show the previous data which will get from the user. So if we want to edit a particular node, or we can say update a particular node, then also we need a previous data so that user can update that data and save it again on Firebase. And instead of the ID of create title of note, I need edit title of note. So that's it. Now we have to simply change the layout below. So instead of toolbar of create note, toolbar of edit note. So this works fine. You can see it looks amazing. Now simply remove the hint here, and also change the ID. So instead of create content of note, edit content of note. So it is fine. Now we have to change the ID name of fab button. So instead of save note, I give the ID name of save edit note, because I want to save the edit note, and also change the drawable source. So instead of source of save, I simply type here update. So the code is complete. Now let's check the code whether it is working or not, and if some problem occur, then we'll solve that problem in the next part of the video, but I will try to solve some problem here. So now let's check it whether it is working or not. So I connect my phone with my laptop, and I press on run button, and Grid will start building. So now our app built successful, and it will install the application inside our phone. So now application installed successfully, and I successfully come on my notes activity. So if I click on 3 dot, so nothing appear here. It have to show menu, but nothing appear here. So also we have to see what is the problem. And if I click on any node, then you can see I successfully come on to the node detail activity, but the fab icon is not looking very good, and I have to change this code, and also I have to correct this. So now let's see what is the problem, why pop-up menu not appearing here. So come inside our node activity. So the problem is that I write the code, but I forget to write the pop-up menu dot show. So it is little bit silly mistake. So I simply type this. Now I run it again. So you can see now application installed successfully. So if I click on now 3 dot menu, you can see now it worked fine. And if I click on edit node, I successfully come on my edit node activity, but action bar also appearing here. So I will correct all mistakes of this app in the next video, or we can say in the next part. And if I click on the delete button, you can see I get the toast of node deleted, but in the next part we will see how to delete the note from a Firebase and also from recycle view. So this is the end of this part, and in this part we will do lots of work, and in the next part we will correct our all things, and also we will try to complete our notes app in the next part. And so thank you for this video, and if you have any query, you can comment down below. I try to give the answer of every comment. Please like the video, please, and subscribe the channel and share it with your friends. And if you have any query, you can DM me anytime on Instagram. So thank you. See you soon.